This is Lacey Everett here with the Minds in Motion dance series. Today's guest is Riley Roberts, who is an astonishing choreographer, dancer, actor, singer, and just creative genius. And I know this is a dance series, but really everything we talk about today in our interview can apply to anyone. We're going to be talking about the effects of comparing ourselves to others because I think this is such an important topic to discuss, especially for dancers. And we're going to talk about what inspires Riley, how she gets her creative juices flowing. Riley is also going to talk about how to improve your mindset. And subscribe to the Minds in Motion YouTube channel so I can make more of these wonderful videos for you. And if this video inspires you, send it to someone else who can learn the ways. All right, here we go. Let's talk to Riley. Riley. Hi, Riley.
Hey, Lace. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy to see you.
Happy to see you too.
She had the time for us today, you guys, to talk to us about her mindset and stuff because she's like on her way to rehearsal. So I'm super grateful for this time.
It's so funny.
So I wanted to start with talking about the effects of comparing yourself to others. And it's really important in dance. It's kind of like, it's hard not to. And so I'm just curious how that affected you and how you got out of that.
Yeah, that's a great question. Actually, I think the main root of comparison is probably social media for me, especially Instagram. There's just so many, I feel like Instagram is like the new resume now. And so you're always posting your best self and your best content. And that's not always helpful to look at from a friend's point of view and also like just from a stranger's point of view. It's hard. So I think personally for me, I've really struggled with it because I'm always comparing. I always want to be better and I always like want to grow and just be a better dancer, artist, creator, whatever you name it. So sometimes Instagram does inspire me because I see my mentors and I see people I look up to like Maddie Peacock or like Dana Wilson, like doing incredible things. But also at the same time, it's a double-edged sword in a way because you're just thinking about, wow, they're doing all these amazing things. And then you analyze yourself and you come back at yourself and you just ask yourself, what am I doing to get myself there? And I'm not a type A person, but I definitely overthink.
And how do you work on that? Like, how do you constantly try to not compare yourself too much to the point where it's detrimental?
Yeah, I've gone down like a couple like steep paths before, but I think the best thing for me is I now have a timer on my Instagram that only allows me like 15 minutes a day. And I gave the password to my husband, Kyle. So if I need to get on there to contact anyone, to reach out to anyone, I go to him. And it's nice because we're at home. So it's easy to just ask him. So we'll probably have to rework that in the future. It's been working so far. Just having a time where I can just like disconnect and just having that discipline has made the biggest difference in my mental health. Also, when I'm looking at Instagram, I think my perspective, I need to treat myself and talk to myself like a 4-year-old, even though it's like crazy to like talk about, but
it's not crazy. Yeah, I totally agree. It's like hug ourselves. You know, you're okay, Lace. I agree.
Yeah. So I have to tell myself, like, you know very well that you're doing the same thing and you're posting only your best content and you go over what you should post and what you shouldn't post because this is now, it's not just for your family and friends anymore. It's tied into your career. It's how you've gotten jobs in the past. So now this is affecting your future. So I tell myself to just go easy on myself and just go on there to like just absorb and not let it like just suck the energy out of me, I guess. And something I've actually done too is I'm such a person that I need something to do, and that's probably a bad habit I should look into. But like when you're like on a plane or you're waiting for your flight or you're just just sitting and you have downtime for 5 minutes, instead of going to my Instagram, I go to TikTok, but I only watch like funny videos or like cat videos or like dog videos, something that brings me joy, and it's not I'm not looking at another dancer and comparing myself to whatever they're doing in that moment, because then it'll just like on that cycle again. So yeah, I've also downloaded like the Bible app or like something that I can read like on my phone that's like just so accessible that I don't even have to think twice. And I've also placed my Instagram app at the back of my Switch, my Switch, just like mentally just one more step just to like make it not that accessible. So
This is really good advice. These are all really small little tactics that seem like they make a big difference. I can see how they help. And it's hard. It's so hard because society's so like go, go, go on to the next. What have you accomplished? Accomplish. And we just see other people doing the same when we don't really realize, wait, I'm kind of great. Like my resume is off. I've done a lot of things like Riley, to go along with our next question too, your creativity, Riley, is off the charts. I mean, you're always on to the next project. And I'm curious, what inspires you and how do you keep your creativity so stimulated?
Thanks. I've been very lucky in the sense that I don't really have to. I mean, I get in ruts where I don't really know what to do next, or I'm just I just want to sit on the couch for a day and just call it a day. But I think movies really inspire me. I watch a lot of film with my husband, and my husband's in film, so I also get inspired by the way he looks at things. So he looks at movies in a completely different way and more analytical, and he just dissects everything out of every film we watch, which could be a bad thing at times, but usually it's to my own benefit. But yeah, that helps just being with him. And then also, I don't know, music really inspires me. So like every time I just keep track of like my favorite artists, and if they release something, I like play it on repeat. I'm a little OCD, I think, when it comes to that kind of stuff. I think I listen, Taylor Swift fans, like, I'm here for you. But I listen to her track Evermore like just 1,000 times. And it's just funny because I don't think I didn't create anything to it, but just the vibe and the aesthetic really inspires me. So that helps me move on. So yeah, music and film really just push me forward. And yeah, right now I just watched Bridgerton. I don't know if you know Bridgerton, the Netflix series.
Yes. Yeah. And you've been posting, you're kind of working on that right now.
Yeah, it's really funny. This goes back to the whole, honestly, like comparison thing, but in a way. But my friend and I, Christina McKeever, she really wanted to do a project with me, and I wanted to do a project with her. So it just kind of worked out that they're creating Bridgerton the musical on TikTok. And I like literally just downloaded TikTok just for cats and dogs. And this came
I could watch those cat and dog videos all day.
It's so bad.
I think it's a great idea.
It just brings me so much joy. And like, yeah, but I found Bridgerton the musical on TikTok, and it like just blew up. And I found the creators, Emily Bear and Abigail Barlow, on Instagram, and they're making music and they're just so incredible. And it was just kind of like a marriage of both things, just like film and music coming together. And I was like, wow, this is something that I really want to do, even if it doesn't go anywhere. And I think that's another thing that helps me be creative, is that even though this project is very near and dear to my heart, I'm not banking my whole career and life on this one thing. And I think that it just makes it easier to enjoy the creative process while still respecting the integrity of what you're doing. But B, I think it just allows you to surrender, sounds so, just like surrender your art up to like whoever wants it, and not have such an emotional attachment to it. Because I, for one, even when I post things on Instagram of me dancing in a room, I have a lot of emotional attachment to it, because I'll watch it over and over and over again to just make sure it's like it looks good and that I'm satisfied and I'm like 100% like that looks great. So yeah, I'm working on a Bridgerton the musical concept video tomorrow. So it just all kind of came together really fast. I just got all the corsets in the mail. It's just super, yeah, last minute, but it all worked out, and it just everything keeps falling into place, like knock on wood. But yeah. So we're really happy and we're really excited. But yeah, that was a long answer to your question. But
I love long answers. I thrive off long answers. Riley, that was pretty phenomenal to hear, because it's a lot of work, and it sounds like you got really, like, once you got the idea, and it kind of just sounds like it all just evolved. Nothing was forced. Yeah. And you're just treating it like it's not life and death. It's not the end of the world if it's not great. I'm confident that it will be great, because everything you put out there is beyond artistic. You can talk about improve your mindset. Is there anything that you want to say to other dancers about their mindset or how to improve it?
Yeah, I think personally, it's just funny because I graduated 4 years ago, and now it's like my 4-year mark that I graduated. So it's kind of like my senior moment of enlightenment, I guess. But I think the biggest lesson I've learned is dance, especially in Los Angeles. I'm only speaking to from my experience. It's just a very narrow and solo and singular path that just involves yourself. And I think that the moment that we start to recognize that collaboration and listening to other people's ideas and just being more open to just collaborating in community, I think the better off you, like, personally I am as a human and also as a creator, because I've just learned also that even when you're on a big production set, there are so many roles and there are so many people doing so many things at the same time to contribute to this one idea. So I am personally a control freak. So I love like have my hand in everything. But I think the moment I just understood that I needed to let go and kind of embrace community and collaboration with other people is the moment where the idea just got better, if that makes sense. It doesn't take away from anything but your pride. And that's just like something I think personally we need to work on individually. So
absolutely. I think the whole dance world and people in general need to work on that. Yeah. I think this is really, truly, Riley, you're great for people to hear.
Thanks. I mean, I'm still working on everything. I'm not 100% and I'm still struggling, but that's
of course. So of course, we're all going to be 100 one day and still figuring it out. Who cares?
So true.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Riley. This was really
Yes.
beneficial.
Thank you for having me. So nice to see you.
You
Excited.
too. And I
Okay.
wish you the best of luck with your future endeavors, Riley. Mhm.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Lace. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well,
Okay.
bye.
Bye.